Welcome to Overwatch, and welcome to the second half of this gameplay analysis. Now, I did record this all in one setting, so if you haven't sort of seen part 1, go check that out, and then we'll jump straight into part 2. Just to set the scene, ANOX are 2-0 up in a best of 5 little King of the Hill mini-series, and it's looking really good for ANOX. There's been a couple of close fights, but here we see the crucial adaptation coming in. We see the Reaper for the first time. Enjoy! Okay, so unfortunately I can only download like 15-minute segments off of Twitch, which is really irritating, but, here is the big adaptation, okay? Cypher is still on Genji. Zapri has swapped off Genji onto Reaper. Now this is the smartest fucking thing you will ever see. Why is this the smartest fucking thing you'll ever see? Because, okay, how did these engagements go? I've said it a couple of times now, guys, so count through it with me. Winston jumps in, Zarya bubbles in, Winston eats attention, Cypher goes into the back, gets a shitload of damage and kills, Cypher wins the team fight. And Kenzie, meanwhile, in the back is just, like, spamming away with McCree's sniper rifle. What Reaper lets you do is basically say, yeah, fuck Winston. Like, Zapri, kill Anak. Everyone else, kill Cypher. They don't need an offensive Genji if they can shut down Cypher immediately. So again, we have the Winston battle. Kenzie instantly gets the better of Soon. Zapri gets a good quick kill, but most of the kills do go straight to Misfits. That said, Crew's on massive high charge at the moment, so he's going to be a big problem. Zapri in the backline, Reaper gets the better of Genji. At close range, Reaper can and often will win that fight out. Unfortunately, no, Crew actually survived that, Jesus. Dropped so low, I thought he was soon to die there, but no. Again, Zapri's damage coming into these tight corridors was enough for them to swing the fight, even though they lost Soon early, even though they lost a bunch of people early. Crew, Zapri, Skipjack, Nevix, enough to fight through that, dealing enough damage out, killing enough of the right targets, and I fucking love that, to push through and win the fight. Like, really well played there. This adaptation is so goddamn clever. So patient. Soon instantly kills Cypher. This is a really bad time now for ANOX. Like, there's no way they're winning this fight without Cypher. Just instantly wiped. That battle was done the moment Cypher dropped. They need the damage coming out of him. They need his threat in the backline to buy space for Kenzie to just plink away and get some good sniper hits. They cannot afford to have him die. If the moment Cypher dies, the fight is done. Sharek is not like Crew. Crew can seemingly win fights without a DPS. Sharek can't. Like, that's one of the big differences happening here as well, that I'm seeing sort of watching the VOD. Again, Cypher goes down to Zapri. This Reaper is just getting so much value, because if he's not fighting Winston, then he's fighting Genji, and he's winning every single time. He does have his ultimate ready. Unfortunately, he does get beaten out there. Kenzie stood in the back unmolested. No one was fighting Kenzie. You can't leave McCree alone on this patch. Luckily, this patch is now done. The patch that you're seeing this game on is finished, and... okay. Oh no, that's the VOD restarting. So where are we at? Because I do have another VOD and I'll jump into that in a second. Okay, and we should be back. Sorry, yeah, the only way you can download Twitch VODs is like in 15-minute segments if they're not your own. But, story so far, ANOX have managed to retake the point. They managed to sort of win the fight. Let's focus on what's going to happen next, because Jesus Christ, like, look at these ultimates. Look at these ultis just ready to go. Misfits should not be worried at all about this next fight. They have so many options. Big thing here to watch for is, where's the Transcendence going? Where's Cypher going? How are they going to win this next fight? Like, how are they going to spend these resources? How are they going to bait out the defensive ultimates? Skipjack goes in, both Graviton Surges come out. Cypher goes in, gets 2 good kills. Again, no one is there dealing with Cypher. Unfortunately, Cypher's just managed to run all the way through, get a bunch of kills. Good job by ANOX. Ah, okay. Did I miss that? Did I seriously miss that? Can't believe I missed that. Silly, silly me. So the big thing in that fight, one side has Transcendence, the other side doesn't. Graviton Surges come out. You don't have Transcendence, you lose the fight. That simple. Literally that simple. There's just no way you're defending against all the damage. You have Transcendence for this next fight though, and you have Death Blossom. This should be pretty damn good. They just have to be careful, again, not to fall into like the Cypher Trap, and also Cooler should be there, ready and waiting. Teams ready to engage, people ready to go in. Discord Orb currently not on to... well, just on the support, which, he's not really going to be a big part of this fight. There's the Transcendence coming in. There's the Reaper going right for the backline, so trying to get rid of there. Support nice and quick, so just ignoring the threats at the moment, but there's just enough damage, enough time being bought because hey, they have Transcendence, they don't have to worry about damage. Lucio trying to escape on the wall, not going to work. ANOX just being really annoying, but honestly, like, he just needs to get out of there. Do not fight in that situation because all you're doing is building up the next ultimates. Result of that fight, 70% ult charge on Crew, 35 on to Sharek. Cypher did manage to get a Dragon Blade out, did manage to deal a lot of damage. At least I think he got a Dragon Blade out. Did he get a Dragon? No, he went down super early. When did he go? No, he went down super late. Even he didn't have a Dragon Blade. What am I saying? I'm saying bullshit. That's what I'm saying. Let's not say bullshit here. Let's check our facts. Again, next team fight, Cypher doesn't have a Dragon Blade, just goes in, they just engage. Everything goes wrong, very clearly. They do get a kill on Zapri, but honestly, Zapri got a Death Blossom off at some point, so hey. When did Zapri drop that Death Blossom? He's already dead here. I think he's just waiting for the push. I'm actually curious to see where this goes off, because I'm interested to see how they're deploying the Death Blossom. The Death Blossom isn't really the important part here. It's the ability to just blow people up, get into the backline, then Wraith form out and survive these long fights. Is really what's doing it for them. Didn't get to see where it went, unfortunately. Damn, that's a shame. Didn't seem to get much value off it, but either got a shitload of damage out, maybe blew through a lot of the sound barrier with it, or just was annoying in the backline enough. But Crew, again, is just dealing so much damage. Like, this is why I wish we had stats in Overwatch. I'd love to see the amount of damage Crew has done compared to Sharek, because I think, honestly, this is one of the big factors in this match, is the fact that Crew is just out-damaging Sharek on every single engagement. Crew seems to be a major threat. Sharek's there being Zarya, but not being a threat. And that's huge. Anyway, let's jump into the next match after a quick slurp of coffee. Cost of coffee, I will gladly take your money for a sponsorship. Okay, back onto the tower, back onto the garden. And they're still running the Reaper, you'll notice. Now this I really, really like here, because again, you gotta see that. Okay, one team beats the other to the courtyard, one team's on the bridge. ANOX looks ready to jump in. And if ANOX jumps in, Reaper's in position. Reaper's just actually gone through and they're actually just using the cover of their Winston plus Reaper plus Genji in the backline, dealing way more damage than... they're just dealing way more damage with this Reaper-Winston combo than anyone's really ready for. Cypher actually managed to survive, but the backline just melted so quickly. Let's see that again. Let's see that once more. Okay. Teams are in position. Speed boost to engage gets Reaper into the backline. Zarya barrier on him. Then he has the cover of the shield. McCree can't do shit here. McCree just gets exploded. And sure, like, damage has gone into the backline, but they have to turn around and deal with Zapri. And they try and turn around and deal with Zapri, and in that process lose everyone. So it's just like they can't blow through this Reaper, and Reaper didn't even need to Wraith form there. Like, he still had a safety net. He was fine. Cypher couldn't do anything because everyone turned around, left him on his own. So Cypher has to run away. Can't fight anymore. Or did Cypher go down? Yeah, Cypher went down. When did Cypher go down? So did Cypher just get exploded? Just keeping, like, all I'm watching is Cypher. Cypher just goes down instantly. Yeah, okay, so Soon must have caught him. So they must have just waited with the McCree. And because Winston's not there to give him space, McCree can just stand back and just plink him in the head. Okay, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. So then everyone could just turn and focus on the front line. Simple. Nice and simple. And again, it's fascinating to me how well this Reaper is working for them. Crew's gone down, but again, Zap pretty soon is just dealing so much damage. Just takes everyone out. They just clean up on the point. Lucio does not fare well against Reaper. Just not a good engagement for him. It's interesting because Lucio versus Genji can be annoying. Can be really, really annoying to finish off the Lucio. Reaper versus Lucio, much easier fight. Much, much easier. Okay, so again, sending in the bubbled gorilla on both sides. Not on both sides, actually. They managed to get Zapri down. Big win for them. That's a lot of damage suddenly gone. Kenzie is now safe. Skipjack tries to get on him. Does take the large health pack and gets the rounding kill. This is actually kind of a big mistake. Jesus. So they get this massive advantage because they catch Zapri. Zapri gets annihilated. That's huge because now you have 2 damage dealers versus 1, right? And that's also an ultimate just sort of not doing anything. Just sat not doing anything. But then Kenzie gets isolated. He's on 50% health because there's just enough damage flying at him. I think it's Nevix just doing enough sort of poke just to make him vulnerable. Skipjack is free over here. So Skipjack finds the last damage dealer. Swings by, picks at the health. I don't get why Kenzie didn't back up once he's dropped to half and try and take that away. Also means Nevix can come in the back, help finish him off, so more than enough damage to do it. So now it's just Cypher and Sharek left on the point. Against a Winston, a Zarya, and Cruz just been outplaying Sharek all game long, so this should not be too surprising. Cypher draws a Dragon Blade, but he's against several people. Gets, like, what was the point of that Dragon Blade? That was not a good Dragon Blade. Okay, best case scenario with this Dragon Blade is he kills Zarya, probably, and maybe Nevix. He doesn't even kill the Zarya. He's just drawn the Dragon Blade, but there's no way that he can kill everything that's coming in here. There's no way you are going to win that fight. So he's drawn Dragon Blade, but he's not got any kill. Like, even if he got a kill or two, it's not going to be enough to swing the point. And that means they don't have Dragon Blade for the next fight. They don't have it to combo with the Graviton Surge. They don't have it to, you know, combo with a Primal Rage to buy him space. They don't have anything now for the next fight. They're just purely relying on these other, well, basically base damage and maybe a good Graviton Surge. Graviton Surge comes out for Misfits, and Zapri's just in there getting kill after kill after kill. Again, like, Sound Barrier is a good ultimate, but Sound Barrier cannot stand up to a focused amount of team damage. Like, it will not save you in a Graviton Surge the way that another ultimate might. Like Transcendence, for example. Transcendence definitely not going to be part of the roster here because, hey, they've just been pushed all the way back to spawn. Should be able to kill everyone off there. Nice. Very nice. Very well played by Misfits. Again, just imagine if they had a Dragon Blade able to go into the backline. It would have been huge. You would have been able to hunt down the damage threats. Cypher overextends, gets picked off. Big, most important thing here is just to not die. Winston jumps in. There is a Graviton Surge, but again, there's Transcendence there just to buy everyone space. Zapri comes out of it with a Death Blossom. Doesn't actually get a kill off the back of it. And it's actually starting to flip. Wow, that's impressive. Where did these kills come from? Did Kula get into position to knock some people off? No, I think Kula just finishes off Crew. Where does Crew go? This is where I'd really like a proper replay. It looks like Crew's not in the Graviton Surge. The Crew's just somewhere else. I think he just got knocked off in the back there. Kula then finishes off Skipjack. Enough damage is coming in soon. Does get a pick, which is nice. But Zebasai's on his own. He's going to go down. That makes perfect sense. Nevix gets out. Good job by Nevix to just run away. But these numbers are all that matters, and you can't read 99% very well because, yeah, encoding. But Misfits has all the time in the world. They need to win one fight. They'll be able to win one fight. They have, you know, an entire King of the Hill round's worth of time to do it. So again, they're just going to be waiting for the right engagement. Again, this is where it gets tricky on this map because you've got to go around this way. You cannot really engage into this very well. You have to be super aggressive to try and do it. Looks like they're going to go for it. Again, good cover on the Gorilla. Crew on 100% charge again, but Kula, I think, got knockoffs there. I'm guessing those are knockoffs and not finishing off. Just judging by the attack angle. Again, this is the danger of this attack angle. So where is Kula? Where are you, Kula? I want to see what you're doing. I think he just runs in there. I think he knocked Soon off. So there's one primary damage dealer. There goes a support as well. That frees Cypher up. Gives Cypher a lot of space. Trying to deal with Crew. Crew's the raid boss at the moment, but, you know, it's one guy against 5. It's not going to work. So, has to back off. Still. What the big important thing to me here is this and this. This is not ready yet. It will be ready by the time the fight happens, though. So, how do they deal with Rubicon? Can they get rid of Rubicon? Whoa! Skipjack's just gone in. Okay, there's Sound Barrier as well, buying a lot of space. Where there's a death's going to come in. Boom! Rubicon's down. Graviton Surge is now free. He can fire it wherever the hell he wants. And he just kills Cypher. Crew, you monster. You absolute monster, Crew. Beautifully done. Didn't even need the Graviton Surge. That was insanely good. So, why was that so good? Okay, so the big threat, like... The big threat right now is Cypher, right? Like, Cypher's been the big threat throughout this entire tournament. Gets rid of Rubicon. If I was Crew, I would have just dropped the Graviton Surge on the floor right there. Like, I would have just dumped it on the ground and just caught Cypher in it and killed him. But the fact that Crew felt confident enough to do that fight without doing that is huge. And he just completely fucking outplayed Cypher. Like, well done, Crew, Jesus. That's not easy to do. I think he just lands 2 right clicks. No, just some beam damage and right click. That's all it took. Okay, because Cypher just ate a shitload of damage. Cypher's already on low hit points. Draws the Dragon Blade. Oh! Ooh! No supports alive, so he has to draw the Dragon Blade on, like, 70 hit points, so Crew just has to right click and once goes down. Ouch. Ouch! Lost sight of the supports, lose sight of the match. And then Graviton Surge just seals the deal. Very nice. Let's jump into the next match with a quick slurp of coffee. So, first time they played this map, it went back and forth. Second time they played this map, let's see how it goes. It could go either way. But with this adaptation, and again, they stuck on the Reaper, even though Genji is really, really good on this map. I like Genji on this map. They just have Reaper, there and waiting to deal so much damage. It's like if ANOX jumps in like this and Reaper's there waiting for him, you can just blow him away. And suddenly, even though Cypher gets these good kills at the start, suddenly they're outnumbered. Suddenly everyone's dying because Zapri's there just killing everything. Soon is there killing everything. The very beginning of this engagement goes really well for ANOX. Really, really well. So they get in there and I think they get first blood. Boom. Cypher gets rid of Zebasai. That's huge. But in the meantime, all this damage is coming out over here. Kenzie goes down, support goes down, so suddenly Cypher's work, the space that normally is being bought for Cypher to go and do things, it's suddenly not space anymore, it's sacrifices. So now Cypher has to play even better than he already is to be able to actually win these fights, and he can't do that. You can only carry so much in this game. And so he just gets picked off and killed. So the tactic that they were using before of let's buy Cypher space because Cypher is a better Genji than Zapri isn't working anymore because Zapri's dealing so much hurt into their backline that they can't do that anymore, or at least their front line, their backline, wherever Zapri's put, so much hurt is coming out that it's just not buying Cypher the space he needs, and so they can't win anymore. Kenshi's doing a good job on the McCree, but McCree's there for picks. He's not there really for sort of sustained, reliable kill pressure. And again, running out, Reaper gets in there, Reaper does go down. Good fight so far for ANOX. People getting picked off left, right, and center. Unfortunately, this is going really back and forth, but hey, still ticking up. Soon, not going down just yet. No one's contesting the point. Almost got 30%. Do finally have 30%. Zebasai's already back. Zebasai, what are you doing? You're fighting 1 versus 3. Please don't do that ever. Winston jumps in, did get a barrier on him, but this is gutsy, but they are stalling it even further. They're almost at 40%, so they're just purely going for the stall here. Cypher has a Dragon Blade, there's Transcendence as well. This should clean up the rest of the fight. They don't even need to use the Dragon Blade. They shouldn't use the Dragon Blade here. Good. Okay, so Misfits managed to stall to, I think that says 46%, so that's actually pretty good. I was critical, but that's honestly pretty good. Both teams got a shitload of ultimates. Most importantly, Rubicon, again, you're looking at, there's Zenyatta versus your Zarya. Crew's ready to go, Rubicon isn't. They also don't have a sound barrier. This should be an easy win for Misfits. This next fight, they just need to get a good Graviton Surge, grab a couple of people in there, and everyone should die. Boom. That goes down, at least Kenzie, so that's some of the DPS. Reaper's in the back. No one can deal with this Reaper. Although, Anak, Jesus. I guess I was wrong. Ooh. Ooh, what the fuck happened there? How did you fuck that engagement up? What the fuck happened there? That's bizarre. Okay, so McCree's safe in the bubble. Deadeye's not going to do anything. They managed to catch McCree. I think McCree's the only one in the Graviton Surge. Goes down instantly. Cypher gets into the back line. Cypher has a Dragon Blade. Rubicon picks off Crew, so Crew's not going to be a part of this fight. Again, that's actually a big source of damage that's dropping away. And then they just... everyone just dies. They don't even need the Dragon Blade. Everyone's just dying left, right, and center. That's ridiculous. I think they got... oh shit, I think they over-focused on the Graviton Surge. They just ignored Cypher. Cypher got into the back line, did enough damage, and they couldn't deal with him. And then Anak can just go full gorilla. With Sharak's help, they just clean up and win. That's insane! They lost sight of their objectives, which is keep Cypher under control. That's actually a major advantage lost as well. Because now, the balance of Graviton Surge to that window was basically closed, basically. They have Transcendence now. Sure, he can draw... why have you drawn Dragon Blade there? You've drawn it to a Transcendence. You can't out-DPS the Transcendence anymore. You've got to burst through it. They do get enough kills to make it worthwhile, perhaps, but... he could have just held on to the Dragon Blade until after the Transcendence was done. I don't understand that. That's a bit overeager. Still looking good. Again, Death Blossom not a big deal in this match just because of how people are positioning. They're going up and round. I like this repositioning. This is a good angle to attack from. Deadeye, a really good position for Deadeye here. He gets 1 kill. That's actually what you want out of Deadeye. Zapri gets rid of Kenshi nice and quickly. Damage definitely looking good right now for Misfits. This Zarya is on pretty high charge. Genji's still alive. Has Genji got Reflect down? No, Genji's just dead. And then Zapri can Death Blossom. Deal a ton of damage. Again, that's just there for most of the splash. Crew still alive and up on the point. And that's just ANOX getting roasted right there. So balance does swing back into Misfits' favor, and again, like this is pretty tense, right? Like we've been going for 40 minutes on this analysis, so hey, if you stuck with me this long, hopefully this is interesting. Hopefully, you know, you're enjoying this as much as I am, just pulling apart this match. Skipjack goes in, does get stunned up, but again, he's just here to buy space because people are focusing him, not focusing on the DPS. There's Transcendence coming out, I think, from, yeah, that's from Rubik. Does manage to sort of stall it out enough, but like Cypher has to go and contest the point to not lose the match, but meanwhile everyone's dying because no one's shut down Reaper. Like, even though this Transcendence is going off, where's the damage? It's nowhere because Cypher's run away. So there's no damage going out. Like, you don't even have Zenyatta's damage in this fight. Sharek is dead, Kenshi's dead, there's no heart coming out, so no one's going to die during this Transcendence, so why are you Transcendencing? Like, hopefully that makes sense. Like, why are you fighting off Transcendence if you're not hoping to win the fight? You've got to win the fight, not just Transcendence. So has to run away. Cypher goes down, gets hunted down by Skipjack with a normal Discord on him. Good stuff there. Again, Crew's ready to go. Rubicon isn't because you fight off Transcendence. So Graviton Surge is up and ready. 10% in it. But this imbalance, again, is just going to cause so many issues. There's the Graviton Surge. Everyone's caught in it. Deflect is buying them some space, but again, Winston's just dealing so much damage. Zapri's dealing so much damage. Zapri just Death Blossoms, wins the match. Woo! That was, like, this is an excellent series. This is a really good series. Just go and watch it clean without my commentary if you're interested in doing so. Really back and forth, really good stuff. Just excellent adaptation from Misfits, bringing Zapri off Genji because he can't outplay Cypher's Genji. So Cypher was killing faster than he was, therefore they were losing fights. Putting him on Reaper, putting that Reaper into good positions, and also just Crew outplaying Sharek pretty much reliably. Just once they started shaking a bit, they just started losing fights. Like, ANOX just didn't seem to quite have the smoothness of ultimates that Misfits had. Really well played there. This is from the E-League and Face Overwatch Open. Go check them out, go give them some love. Rest of the, yeah, that's going to continue this weekend, so Saturday and Sunday. Definitely go give it a watch. ZP Ask Joshi will be casting as well, so looking forward to seeing that. Yeah, can't wait. If you like this video, do leave a like, do leave a comment, because I want to do more of this kind of thing, but I'm aware that this is like 40 minutes long, so I might break it into 2 parts. And we'll see how that goes. Doodles.